Personally scares me is pack mentality. People who kind of behave like follow a group and do like bad things because the group is doing them and they don't really think like as an individual. That I find that really, really scary. And
in movies, we've seen haunted cars, haunted VHS tapes, even haunted refrigerators. But I don't think we've ever seen a haunted pool before. And it takes less than 5 minutes of the film to figure out this is going to be such an interesting story and not just some generic horror movie. At what point of the process did you realize this was a movie you actually wanted to be a part of?
I think when I met Bryce and talked to Bryce and realized that the script that I had read was the kind of script that he wanted to shoot, and that made me feel like it's in good hands. James Wan, Jason Blum, very good at producing horror, very good at producing all kinds of movies. So they understand storytelling, and it gave me confidence that that it would be done correctly and in a good way.
And when I spoke to initially, I had reservations. I wasn't sure if I was the right person for the job because I hadn't done horror before, and I wasn't really sure if I was right for it. But when I spoke to Jason Blum, he told me to just keep it based in reality and just play it real like I normally would with any script, and that the horror was sort of more of on other departments, like with sound and with the edit, and so the horror aspect of it wasn't really my responsibility. That then, kind of made me think that I was going to be able to do it.
So Wyatt, you've had roles in a variety of genre, but how do you navigate the shift from, say, comedy or drama to the horror genre? And does it influence your approach to character development?
No, every movie is its own portal, and then once you're out of that portal, I forget about it, and then you're just on to the next good story. And each character is different, and you have to read the character for what it's worth. And if you enjoy the character, then you're going to go do that next, and that could be anything. It could be a guy trapped in a house. It could be a guy who's wandering around aimlessly who lives homeless on the beach. It could be this guy who's got a family in a crazy pool. They're all different. So I tend to just completely let it go and then go on to the next.
So I wanted to know what personally scares you, and did any of those fears play a role in your portrayal of fear in the movie?
Personally scares me is pack mentality. People who kind of behave like follow a group and do bad things because the group is doing them and they don't really think like as an individual. That I find that really, really scary, and things can kind of escalate very quickly when that sort of happens. That scares me. And I used to be scared about being misunderstood, but not so much anymore.
My fear is failure. Don't want to fail. It was good. You brought it into the, athletes have that. And you're constantly faced with it every day. And so that was something that was apropos to the character that I was playing. And he wants to get back to that version of himself that's not a failure in his mind.
So guys, thank you so much for your time. It was an honor talking to you, and see you in the next one.
Bye.